Hey guys, we are on a road trip. Actually, we're driving pretty much all day. We're driving out to my parents' house. It's about a 10-hour drive from us to go from Cincinnati to Philadelphia. And we're going there for my little brother and sister college graduation. They're graduating this weekend. Toby's fussing a little bit. He's eating now. Kids are watching movies. What are you guys watching?
Watching Cars.
Cars? Yeah, look at all the cars out there we can watch. Oh wait, you mean the car on the TV?
Yeah.
Oh. Not really that funny, I know. So one of the nice things about this drive though is that it's really scenic. Coming out of one tunnel and heading into another tunnel, driving underneath the mountain, right through it. Hold my breath. Almost not, because my throat was starting to get a little ticklish. Oh, look at the scenery up here now. See all the farmland up there. We passed lots of horses and sheep and animals the kids like looking at.
While we're driving, we are going to do the relationship tag. Heidi and John over at While You Were Napping tagged us to do this. How did we meet? Let's just do a quick short.
Okay.
Online.
We met on the internet in a chat room when in junior high and high school.
What was your first impression of me? Let's do when we first met in person.
In person, I was like, she seems cool, but why is she wearing overalls?
I thought they were cute. I was in Texas, lived in Texas.
I'm a Yankee. I thought overalls were very kind of hickish type of thing. So
they were khaki overalls.
You're just missing the straw hat and the blade of grass.
I had a straw hat. It was just at home. My first impression of you was he was really cute and very muscular.
Of course, that's what everyone thinks.
All right, number 2. Do you remember the first thing we said to one another?
Hi. Probably.
I don't Where and what did we do on our first date?
Depends what you consider the first date.
So true.
So, you go with your first date. Because we had different first dates.
The first time Tim and I hung out, like, in person, we went to, was it Chili's? Or no, it was
Cheddar's.
Cheddar's. We went to Cheddar's. And
it's a restaurant.
And Tim paid for me. Like, so we went, we ate dinner, he paid. And
I was just doing it to be nice, because I was just like, here's a college girl just kind of coming from out of town, let me just give her a good experience. Like, I was just trying to be a gentleman.
And where I come from, when you pay for the meal, that's a date, or a hint that it's a date or something. I was ready to pay for myself, but... Number 4, what was your parents' first impression when you introduced me to them?
I don't remember. I think my parents are always just like supportive. There's kind of like, I don't think they had any negative, or they're just like, oh, it was good to meet you.
Do you remember the first time I met them?
No.
That's what
Didn't you come to Pennsylvania?
I did. I came to Pennsylvania right before Christmas time, wasn't it?
Is that when you first met them?
It was the first time that your parents met your brother's wife, too, or girlfriend. So, yeah. I think the one thing that I do remember from that trip, though, is I am so not used to a loud family. I have a loud family now.
In this car.
In this car. But, so I just, like, retreated for a little bit and went upstairs and, like, was reading my Bible. And your parents, like, your mom, like,
oh, you got a winner. She reads your Bible.
Yeah. Now, my parents first meeting you, I don't know
remember
when
that
was. Do you remember that one?
Yeah,
I don't remember that one.
It was, I drove down to Houston, and it was when you guys were living in LaPorte, and I walked in, and you're, basically just kind of shook hands, said hi, and then we all went out to Jolie's.
Oh, did we? That's not a surprise.
For lunch. Just like seafood.
Number 5, what's our nicknames for each other?
Man.
Husbando?
Yeah, wife for life.
That's pretty much it. Huh?
Speedy Gonzalez, used to call do that for a while, because she would do things like super fast. I'm like, you cleaned up this room already?
When did that ever happen?
In Minnesota. That was when we had 0 to 1 kid. It was, cleaning up was a lot easier.
And when you cleaned up, it stayed cleaned up?
Yeah.
Number 6, which is your favorite body part of each other?
What? answer that? I don't think we can answer that.
Number 7, what song reminds you of me?
We should get jerseys because we make a good
Because
team.
we make a good team.
From Reliant K.
Yeah, that was gonna be mine for you. Number 8, what are the qualities you like in me most?
You the most? I like that you are mature enough to identify things and issues and stuff that need
That
to
I
be
need to
worked
work
on,
on.
both in you and in our relationship. And rather than just kind of assuming that it's always my fault, it's always the kids, or it's always like someone else's something or other, then I feel that when you take ownership and responsibility for that, I respect that in you, and that makes the relationship with everybody a lot easier, because now we can actually talk about things and work on things rather than just, pointing fingers.
Blaming.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about you, I was actually just telling Tim this earlier, is he has been like the first person to jump on YouTube, on Twitter, on Foursquare, like working on his own, and we've had people like, I said pushback on it or whatever, or oppose it.
They just have question marks like, why isn't he going and getting a job?
Yeah, like they don't understand.
Like,
and we're still like, I feel like all our marriage has kind of been like just like one thing after another. Like when we got started on our Dave Ramsey debt-free journey, like got pushed back on that. Like people are like, why in the world would you do that? And but he stands strong and doesn't, I don't know if that bothers you or not, of people not understanding and being like, well, what in the world are you doing?
I think I spent
but he keeps on going with it, and that's what I respect the most.
I've had a job for half of our marriage, and I've been unemployed / self-employed for half of our marriage. So, I mean, I guess I don't think a job is a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds weird.
Yeah. And he's a go-getter, and he's really, which is part of the reason what encourages me to homeschool our children, is because I feel like with Tim being homeschooled, like he's a self-starter. Like he knows how to learn and teach himself. So, I don't know. He's pretty awesome. And what qualities do you hate the most in me?
Hate the most? My quality about you I hate the most is when you leave the light switch in the up position when the light is turned off. So now you pick up the light switch down to turn the light on. That's just backwards. I hate that.
I don't do it on purpose, but it is hysterical when it happens.
I gotta go back and forth to different light switches so they're both like in sync.
I get a good laugh whenever that happens. I don't do it on purpose though. I wish I sometimes would think about doing it on purpose. Who is your celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush?
I know who Tim's is.
Oh, come on.
Or was.
Whatever, not really.
You told me.
When I was a little boy, I
DJ Tanner.
It was, the girl from Full House.
Cameron's her last name. Kirk Cameron's sister.
Yeah, DJ, whatever. I thought she was cute. But that was when I was like back in Full House stage, obviously.
Obviously, like college.
Yeah, I'm not friends with her on Facebook or anything.
Do I have a crush? Number 10. Where do we see each other in 5 or 10 years?
Probably have nailed down a location geographically of where we want to raise our family for the rest of our lives.
But we have no clue where that location is.
Right now. But eventually, 5 years, I'd like to have bought a house, or at least a chunk of land and building a house on it.
I'd hope that already happened in 5 years.
I would hope that my business would scale to the point where it allows me to bless other people's families with income, and also be able to remove myself from a little bit more, so I have more time and freedom to just kind of do things with the family and our kids and things like that.
Along with the house and land, I would kind of like to have a little hobby farm. With some chickens, and although I'm gonna have to get over the fear of like handling the chickens, because I don't think I'd be too comfortable right now, but I want them. Any more kids?
Sure. 5 years? We have like
in 5 years
more kids by then.
No, not that many. Maybe
okay,
one.
2 more.
I would be okay with one more in the next 5 years. That was fun. Thank you so much, Heidi and John, for tagging us for the relationship tag. Are you going to tag somebody?
I'm gonna tag my brother Dan and his wife, and they have a YouTube channel. Well, Dan does. He's a family marriage thing. What do you call it?
Counselor?
Yeah, family marriage counselor, whatever. So it'd be fun to hear my brother's relationship story. So I'll link to his channel below. It's youtube.com/Dan Schmoyer.
Not to get confused with Dana Schmoyer, because
Yeah.
there is one of those too.
So I'll tag him, and hopefully he'll do it and put it down there. We made it, we're here, and now we are hanging out at a little playground. Gonna get some energy out, right? By Grandma and Grandpa's. You getting your energy out, Hallie? She has been screaming and yelling and just running around because she has so much energy to burn from sitting in the car so long. Ah! I have a lot of memories in this playground, in this park. None of this equipment was here. These monkey bars were still here. And it's kind of amazing, after 30 some years of this playground, they've replaced all the equipment except for like the most dangerous piece. Like the piece that people are most likely to get hurt on. That's the piece that's still here. But those very same monkey bars I used to climb on as a kid. But these swings and the slides and all that are kind of new. This field right here, I used to run around, play like crazy in this field. In fact, on Memorial Days and Labor Day weekends, our family would come up to this playground for like for a little picnic with grandparents and stuff. And while we would play on the playground here, there's a baseball diamond right here, and we would play in the baseball diamond, or we would watch them play a baseball game while eating hot dogs and stuff like that here. So a lot of memories in this park. It's kind of cool when you come back and now your kids get to play. And this slide right here, when I was a kid, it was like all metal. So yeah, in the summer you would, you know, it would just get really hot, and it would like take off a layer of skin like when you go down. So you like try to like inch down it like on your feet instead of sliding. But now they got these like high-tech plastic ones. Go, Hannah! They are really excited to be out of the car. Oh no, Hallie, are you going down that by yourself?
You're satisfied?
Oh, Grandpa's gonna help. Here she goes. Come on, Hallie. 1, 2, 3. She's gonna hurt her stomach. Woo! Is that fun? Good job. Just finished working on this video, guys, and I'm just sharing it with you. This is for Video Creators channel. I usually don't talk about these here on this channel, but I do because for this one, because I want to think a lot of you guys might be interested in, for wondering, how do you go full-time and make it, like, how do we make a full-time living on YouTube? And so this video is all about, and I'll link to it below, this video is about 8 ways that I make money on my YouTube channel over at Video Creators, and even from this one. And so if you're kind of wondering, like, Tim, how do you make money off of this, and how are you able to support your family? Well, go watch this video, and it will give you all behind the scenes ways of what happens here on YouTube and the business side of all that. So if you're interested in, link to that is below. And this is my brother Mark. He's back from work. Welcome back.
Well, thank you.
And Dana's getting her videos published for you guys also.
2 of them today.
Double whammy, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. So you can go check out Dana's channel if you're not already subscribed to. What are you talking about over your channel?
One of them was Identity in Christ, and the other one is Freddie Gray, everything going on in Baltimore.
Oh, cool. You guys check out Dana's channel below if you want. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys, and you'll be hanging out with us at his graduation here. And my sister's graduation here coming up here pretty soon. So that'll be fun. Talk to you guys then. Bye. You want to sit up in the high chairs for our date? Look at that big. You gonna eat all that? Is it really big? It's covered in chocolate, you know that?
And look, white.
Are you excited about eating that? Daddy got one too. Is it good?